Glad to have you back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Business Breakfast right here on iBrandTV, reaching you live from our studios in Lagos, Southwest, Nigeria. And now to the second segment of the program this morning. The Nigerian Exchange closed bearish as the all-share index declined by 0.05% in the week ended 19th May 2023. The market capitalization lost 14 billion naira to close at 28.417 trillion naira as against 28.431 trillion naira recorded last week. The month-to-date performance of the Nigerian stock market is 0.41%, while the year-to-date return is 1.83%. A total turnover of 3.029 billion shares worth 33.628 billion naira in 29,505 deals was traded last week by investors on the floor of the exchange. To do some analysis of these figures again, I have Charles Fakroha, iBrand business analyst, joining me now live in the studio. Mr. Charles, let's look at some of the rationale that led to a bearish sentiment at the market last week.
Yes, you could see that if you look at the markets, what really happened last week. Of course, we saw Monday close, the ASI close positive, Tuesday, Wednesday positive, but on Friday, on Thursday, we saw the market pulling back, and of course, on Friday, we saw it moving up slightly. But overall, we saw a decline in the market. But of course, if you look at it closely, you will see that volumes were high, which goes to tell us that investors have confidence in this market. And this can be attributed to the performance of the numbers this market, these companies have been sending to the market. And one important thing that investors need to be aware is transparency. You could see that even directors who were trading, their transactions were reported. So if you see a director in a company that is listed and their trade is being reported, which shows a lot of transparency, and that gives room for investors' confidence. And we must give kudos to the NGS group for ensuring that, in the past, you won't see some of these things going on. But now everything is there. And of course, the investors are now having confidence in the market. Then most importantly, performance. That's why we are seeing some of these large volumes. Yes, occasionally we have profit taking. And that's what we saw happen last week. Market has gone up. And of course, some persons who, of course, we have those who are day traders. When they see that they have made certain margin, they will need to sell and take their profit. So we saw that mixed market for last week.
Okay. We're done with the Dangote Elumelu, the Otedola Elumelu saga at the market. But let's look at expectations now for today's trading activity. Market trading is ongoing. There's a session going on right now. But what are your projections? Do you see cautious optimism or otherwise?
Well, as we speak, you can see that I'm already in my trading regalia.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
Of course, you can trade remote wherever you are. So I went to the newsroom to see some few trades I could quickly put in and all that. And as at that time, I saw that the market was already down, I think about 0.07%. Of course, the time is just over after 11.
Yeah, a few minutes past 11.
And some, like we call them, some big boys have not even come to the market yet. But we have seen the volumes also coming up. We have seen some of the gainers there, Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank. We have seen FTN Cocoa, Ikeja Hotel. On the loser side, we're also seeing NC Haru, Japol, Fidelity, even the Transcorp you have mentioned. This one, well, of course, it's just after 11 and anything can still happen. Now, looking at what is going on right now and trying to project what today is going to be, yes, I think it will be optimistic, cautious. Yeah, that's the word I will use.
Okay.
Optimistic, cautious. And of course, for traders, they will be taking their mandates from their investors, from their clients. And for the clients will be looking at, okay, which company do I go into now? Which one do I exit? And I always tell them, please, do your own work. look at companies that have some fundamentals. We are transiting to a new government.
Yes.
So you need to look at the companies that have been able to withstand this harsh macroeconomic environment. And we have a lot of them in the market that have shown by way of their numbers. And of course, Q1 returns numbers have also hit the market. So investors should be looking at that. Most importantly, it must align with their investment philosophy and objective.
All right, so they just have to align with the investors' philosophy and objective. But finally, as we go, your final thoughts before we wrap up the segment.
Yes, just trade your plan and plan your trade.
I like that. Trade your plan and plan your trade. Charles Fahoha, iBrand business analyst. Many thanks for your time on the show today.
It's a pleasure. So thank you. I'll go and continue my trade now.
All right. So while you continue with your trade, we'll continue talking business here.
Yeah.
What's to come on the program? The long-awaited largest crude oil refinery in Africa, Dangote Refinery, is said to be commissioned today by President Muhammadu Buhari with the goal of producing 650,000 barrels per day worth of crude oil. All this and more will lead conversation in our first interview segment as we bring live fields from the venue of the event. Join us again. It's the Business Breakfast on iBrandTV. To stay with us.